is here in support of Chief Technology Officer Joseph Jack, and he is asking him to come to the president.
Just in case there's questions I can't answer, I won't have him here with me.
So, for your board monitoring, and statutory, you're actually getting all your cybersecurity.
All right. Well, President Atkins. Oh, I'm sorry. I forget to. I got sidetracked. Let me hit the unmute button.
Sure, put the slide up.
There you go.
There you go. Okay. Very good. Thank you.
As I was saying,
just to repeat online, so that for what is it? Posterity. Oh my gosh. For posterity, just to reintroduce these guys, we've got Daryl Kisasande, that's one of our guys that really keeps eyes on our cybersecurity and network, along with Joseph Jacks, Chief Technology Officer, to give them the board monitoring calendar, cybersecurity update, also as required by statutory requirements. Gentlemen.
All right. Well, thank you, President Atkins, board members, and Dr. Crawford for this opportunity to present the cybersecurity update for this year. As Dr. Crawford just mentioned, I'm Joseph Jacks, Chief Technology Officer, and with me is our cybersecurity coordinator, Mr. Daryl Kisasande, who most of you know. So you all probably know we have some legal requirements that we are bound by. We have to maintain a cybersecurity policy, which we do. We designate a cybersecurity coordinator sitting next to me here. We report cyber attacks to TEA. Happy to announce that we have had 0 cybersecurity attacks this year, nor any of the previous few years. And we're required to have annual cybersecurity training. Excuse me. Our cybersecurity score is a 3.2 out of 5. We work with a company or a partner that sits down with us each year, and we do an assessment of our network security. We go through 40-point plan and step through each point, and actually it's what, 40 points? 48. Step through these points. They grade us based on kind of what we've done, how our cybersecurity stance lines up against other districts, and we have a 3.2 out of 5. That's actually last year's score because our assessment for this year is actually scheduled for next week. So we don't have our current score, but last year it was 3.2. That's increased every year of the last 5 years that we've done this assessment, and that's actually a very good score. They work with a lot of districts in Texas, and they've told us on numerous occasions that we are one of the higher scoring districts that they work with. We do anticipate that score to increase again this year after we have our assessment next week, because we've done quite a few things this past year to secure our network and make some adjustments. So that we're looking forward to going through that process and seeing where we stack up. I want to draw your attention to the beautiful pie chart there, mostly red. What that represents is a 1-week look at the email that we have coming into the district. This is outside district coming in. This does not account for all the intra-district email that we have going. But as you can see there, 92% of the email coming into the district gets blocked. So we get 200+ thousand emails every week coming into the district. 92% of that is getting blocked because it's either phishing or spam. And we have some really good tools in place that are helping block that. But some of it still gets through. And I'm so glad that this happened today. One landed in Dr. Crawford's email box this morning, or maybe last night, and he did what he was supposed to do. He notified Mr. Kisasande and I. We made sure that everything was okay. He didn't click on anything, and everything was good. So that tells us that our cybersecurity training is doing its job. So if you remember last year when I visited with you guys, I said, I'm not worried about someone hacking our network. I'm not worried about someone getting past our firewall. I'm worried about someone phishing someone with credentials that will get them access to important information. Dr. Crawford, Casey Russell, myself, Mr. Bogue, someone who has access to data that these folks want. If they get it, it's probably going to be how they get it is through a phishing campaign. But we have some really great tools in place that's blocking that, obviously blocking 92% of the email coming into the district. What you're looking at here is another tool that we use that it's kind of like the big brother. It looks at what's going on our network. What are our students looking at? What's in their emails? What are they typing? What websites are they looking at? also looks at staff too, but because we monitor everything going on our network, not personally. Daryl's not sitting there looking at all this stuff, but we do have partner software in place that monitors everything going on our network. And if something is flagged as an event, I'm not sure the level exactly. I think it's level 3 or higher. It goes into a report that is sent to our cybersecurity, or I'm sorry, not our cybersecurity, our safety and security team. They can review those reports. It also goes to the principals of the campuses that the students may or may not be at. So they can look through these reports and say, oh, this kid, there's a vulnerable student here. Maybe we need to get somebody involved in this to mitigate this situation, check on this kid, make sure they're doing okay. If there's some violence or some other type of issue that's flagged, those goes in those reports. If something is flagged as a level 5, that's like the greatest level, the company calls our safety and security team. So Jeff Destry may get a phone call that says, hey, there's something going on, you need to look into it right now. It may be self-harm, it may be some violence, it may be something, it's something that they feel is important enough that they're going to make that phone call and let them know right then so they can get involved in it. So this has been a really good tool for us, and I think we've saved it's been a good tool. Progress this past year, like I said a minute ago, another year completed, no data breaches. I'm always happy to say that. We're 100% compliant with our cybersecurity training. Everybody loves the cybersecurity training, but it's doing its job, as Dr. Crawford can attest to. We upgraded our wireless network this past year, thanks to y'all approving that about a year and a half ago. We installed that new wireless network at the beginning of this school year. We replaced some really old wireless equipment. We have much better speeds, we have a lot better connectivity, and we have a lot more secure wireless network because of that. So that's been really good. Some strategic priorities, just kind of looking forward for the next year. We're going to continue our network micro segmentation project. That's where we're kind of switching the way our network is set up to what's called a zero trust model. You think of it like this. Formerly, our network is set up, and so we let everybody in, and we block the people we don't want into it. Problem is, there's a lot of people that we don't want into it, and so the industry has kind of switched to what's called a zero trust model. So now we block everybody, and we only allow access to those who need access to our network. Gives us a lot more control over who has access into our network and to different systems. It's also a lot more tedious to set up and requires a lot more administration. So we have that rolled out at 3 schools now. We're working through some of the bugs and making sure it's all working like we want it to, and we're going to continue to roll that over the next couple of years, but it's a long process. We're also looking forward to implementing or working with the Transportation Department to implement the new bus camera system that was just approved a couple of board meetings ago. I don't think that gear's arrived yet, but when it does, we're looking forward to getting that set up and going. And then just kind of staying ahead of risk. New things pop up all the time, trying to stay ahead of those guys and make sure that we keep Tyler ISD just as secure as possible. So that is the cybersecurity update. Daryl and I will be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Any questions, comments?
I have a question about the flagged events.
Yes, ma'am.
Are these from students on their Chromebooks?
I'm going to flip that to you, Daryl.
Yeah, there's it's going to be mostly students' Chromebook, any Windows device, or if they're using their Tyler ISD provided account. So technically, they could be on their home PC, logged in as their student account.
Oh, at home?
At home as well, yes.
If they're logged into a Chrome browser with their Tyler ISD account, it would also log.
It's got to hit our network,
Correct.
right? For lack of a
Yes,
better term.
if they're logged in, it's going to hit our network.
Yeah, but these are not from their phones.
No.
This is just strictly from computer.
Chromebooks,
Okay.
Windows devices, anywhere they're logged in.
If they're on their phone on our network,
Sir?
if they're on their phone on our network, could it come across?
Through our guest network, it's probably going to get blocked before they get to anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't get the extension for the application though, because that's tied to
Oh.
their login account.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Mr. Lassalle?
Thank you, Madam President. On the score, the 3.2 out of 5, you said y'all been led to believe that that's pretty good compared to other
Yes, sir.
ISDs that are in our range.
Yes, sir?
So I shouldn't think of that as a 70.
No, you should not. Nobody, no. And I'd be happy I mean, we can show you some of the previous assessments. I'm sure we have copies of all that. 3.2, it's hard to get even to a 4. When you start getting up close into the 4s and 5s, you're talking about lockdowns so tight that you have trouble navigating to the applications and the resources you need. When we visit, because I thought the same thing originally. I thought, because we started out like a 2.2 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and I thought the same thing. Man, we're only at 2.2. But in talking with the company, and the company's name is, they're called Cybersecurity. They're out of Waco. They work with tons of school districts across the state. He said, when you start getting up there in the 4s and 5s, what you wind up with is your network is so locked down that students and staff can't do what they need to do. And so they said the 3.3s to 4, somewhere in between the 3 and 4 is what, I have it up there on the slide, kind of balance between access and security. So you have that balance of the ability to access the resources that you need, but also secure enough that you've got most of the things locked down. Where we're expecting to get a bounce in that score this year is the micro segmentation project, locking our network down and restricting access based on the user level access into our network. So that's going to hopefully boost that score a little bit. But we're very happy. If I got a 3.2 again, I'd still be very happy with that.
Yeah, can I say something?
On your
Absolutely.
training,
Last year I asked them this very question of where we stood as far as all their clients, and I want to say last year they had like 204 school districts they worked with nationwide. We were in the top 5 or 10 nationwide.
on your training, I guess when a new employee comes in, they get some onboarding training on the technology stuff, how to use your email and what to do and what not to do. Do they re-up that every year? Do you go through that training cycle every year, or is it just one and done?
The cybersecurity, or the email training, or there's
Just in general.
There's new teacher training that's performed by the C&I department when they have like new teacher orientation onboarding. We don't specifically teach. We don't have instructional technology folks that work in my department to teach those things. But we do have, in the vector training, there's the cybersecurity trainings involved in that, and then Daryl has some additional cybersecurity training that he sends out to folks who fail their phishing tests.
So they get that when they become an employee?
Yes, sir.
But my question also was, this stuff changes from year to year, I'm sure, like any other technology. Do they get that updated once a year, every 3 years? Do they go through another cycle of saying, okay, this is what we're seeing now, how they're trying to track
Well,
us?
cybersecurity training is required every year.
So it's done every year?
Every employee, every year.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So you could say that score is a norm referenced? Is that right? What's the other? Criterion referenced. Okay, it's, right, okay.
Anyone else? Thank you. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
thank you all.
Safety and security update.
Agent Jeff Millslagle, Director of Safety and Security for the Tyler Independent School District. Been here since 2019.
Ooh.
Is actually going to, is that right?
Yes.
Is going to provide us a safety and security update again per your board monitoring calendar, giving you an update of all the good things that are coming out of TEA, Texas School Safety Center, and anything that might be here done locally as well. Agent Millslagle?
Thank you. President Atkins, Board, Dr. Crawford, as stated, this is required every year. This is kind of unique. This is the first time we've had a vulnerability assessment by TEA, School Safety and Security. So in March, when everybody was on spring break, I was sitting with them going over thousands of documents. They're in a thing called Sentinel, which is a repository. Spent 3 days doing that. The following Monday on the 16th, they showed up. There was 5 of them that showed up. They were here till Thursday. They hit every single campus except for programs, which would be CTC, DAEP, and Boshears. They did make some findings orally on that Thursday, which they call them findings, and they were very limited. One was the district improvement plan did not have a dating policy in it, even though the board has one, and the roles of law enforcement, so Destry's crew. So we're adding that, and you'll see that later tonight in the consent decree. We went over that at length. We went over our EOP plan, and TEA has never been in the EOP plan business, which we do every year with the Texas School Safety Center, and they wanted me to change one word on a 35-page document that added the word substitutes. So we did that and reported that to the School Safety Committee a couple of weeks ago. So that's been done. We're waiting on the findings that are going to affect our budget and may have to come back to you because they have decided that exterior secured areas are indoor, if you will, gated indoor courtyards need film and caulk on the windows and to be renumbered. A neighboring district right now just got this last week, and our vendors up there next week. So we'll have to come back and do that on our campuses. These are protected by huge gates. You're not going to get through these things. It's not the montage, new stuff. This is stuff from 2007, and you're going to have to break into it. But they didn't like that anymore, so the rules changed once again. Kind of a moving target.
Think of your Jurassic Park structures at Woods.
Correct.
Or
Woods or Pete.
Douglas.
Yeah. So we'll have that for you coming up during the summer. I've talked to Ms. Russell about funding. The best thing about all this, we have passed every year since it's been inception, the intruder audits that come every month. They did 4 final ones this week. We're still at 100%. The head guy from TEA that we all worked with at a former job here in town said, that's really amazing for a district this size not to have a finding. And that's credit to all of our principals, Destry's folks, and my guys for doing that. Upcoming, the Texas School Safety Center has come out with the district audit report, which now mirrors what we just did last month. So I have to go through an exercise of every campus and do this and submit it. It just opened, last Friday, Dr. Crawford? Mm-hmm. So I will submit that, and it's almost done because it's already been done last week. They also said we're going to redo the EOP plans in September and the reunification annex. So if we have to reunify kids during lockdown and move them somewhere else, they've got a new template. And then last but not least, they finally adopted statewide the standard response protocol. We've had that since I've been here. And we've started training everybody on that in vector training and substitutes. That's a big thing with TEA is training of substitutes, but we've been doing that for a year. So I'm very pleased with the last month. I'm glad to get it behind us. They won't be back till 4 more years. Subject to any questions you guys might have for me.
Questions, comments? You're
Thank you
good.
very much.
Thank you very much. We will now go into executive session. The meeting of the Tyler ISD Board of Trustees was previously called to order. The presence of a quorum has been established. The meeting has been duly called, and the notice of the meeting has been posted in the time and manner required. Now we're going to stand for the pledge and prayer. Let us bow, please. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to serve our community. We ask that your presence be with us as we govern Tyler ISD. We ask for peace, your grace, and mercy as we ask for guidance. We ask that you guide us through this almost time. We are almost finished testing, almost ready to graduate. The teachers retiring are almost ready to retire, and we are almost ready for summer break. Please let there be peace and understanding during this almost period. Help us engage in meaningful conversation. Be our refuge and our strength, a very present help during these challenging times. Fill us with your grace as we make decisions that will affect our schools and our communities. Continue reminding us that all we do is for the good of our school communities and for the service of humanity. It's in Jesus' name I pray, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. We do have a few items coming out of executive session.
I knew. Not you yet. Oh, was it him first?
Yes, Madam President, I'd like to to make a motion that we deny the level 3 grievance of S. Bircher.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The motion carries. The next thing out of executive session?
Madam President, what am I doing here?
Approve the,
We're not approving it.
recommend.
Recommend the termination of the Chapter 21 probationary employment contract of Monique Hawkins.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries.
Madam President, I recommend the termination of the Chapter 21 probationary employment contract of Jared Thomas.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries.
Can we just clarify for the record, were both of those terminations in the best interest of the district?
Sounds like they were.
For the record, okay. Special recognition?
Good evening, board members and Dr. Crawford. We want to begin the special recognition part of the meeting by announcing our April District Students of the Month. The elementary student of the month is Skylar Browning, a second grade student at Jack Elementary School. And the secondary student of the month is Robert Reed, an eighth grade student at Moore Middle School. At this time, please join me in watching a brief video about these two outstanding students. The heart of our hometown beats strong in Tyler ISD, where students are reaching goals, breaking barriers, and shaping the future. Their journeys may look different, but together they are showing us that next is now. Let's celebrate their achievements as we continue leading the way in Texas education. Get ready to cheer for our District Elementary Student of the Month.
I'm Skylar Browning, and I'm the District of the Elementary Student of the Month.
Skylar is an outstanding second grader who demonstrates leadership qualities at Jack Elementary. She created and submitted a dance reflection piece through PTA Reflections, earning recognition from Jack PTA and advancing to the next round, where she received an honorable mention at state and is invited to the awards ceremony in Austin next month.
It's like, so you can do like arts, you can do like you can take a picture, you can make a dance and stuff. I did dance and mine's always make it to state.
Beyond the classroom, Skylar continues to shine as a cheerleader and hip-hop dancer, earning first place at the Future Flyer Face-Off competition. Her leadership, creativity, and drive make her an exceptional student.
She's so intentional about what she does each day. She's a great athlete. Outside of school, Skylar shines. She gives it her all with her dance. She gives you that look sometimes, and that look is just a look of, I got it, so let me go do it. Let me try.
It's now time to meet our District Secondary Student of the Month.
My name is Robert Reed, and I'm the District Secondary Student of the Month.
Robert is an exceptional student athlete and leader who represents the very best of the Moore Mustangs. The two-time district cross-country champion, he also excels on the football field and basketball court while maintaining straight A's and taking high school credit courses, including pre-AP geometry.
I have to work on my homework and stuff on the ride to the football game, on the basketball games. I have to stay up late some nights working on school stuff, but I put academics above athletics.
His passion for science has led him to the district and state science fair, and he continues to inspire others through service at STEM Night, participation in Symphonic Band, National Junior Honor Society, and Student Council. Known for his humility, kindness, and quiet leadership, Robert is a truly outstanding young man and a proud representative of our district.
He has a unique way to look at science and the world, and I think he's been he's done a great job in the 3 years that he's been here, and he's going to do great things in the high school level as well.
Let's honor these remarkable students as we celebrate the outstanding achievements happening across our district. Their success stories remind us of the strength, dedication, and spirit that define Tyler ISD. This recognition is proudly brought to you by Christus Trinity Mother Francis Health System, partners in supporting the bright future of our students and community. And now we would like to invite the board to come forward so that we can honor our district students of the month. Okay, Skylar, this is your time to shine. Come on down. And now it's time to honor our secondary student of the month. Robert, come on down. Let's give him another round of applause. And now we are going to congratulate the following groups for their great accomplishment of making sweepstakes at their concert and sight reading contests. The first group to come forward is Caldwell Arts Academy Middle School Varsity Orchestra. So for those representing them, come on down. Come. All of the students and everybody come forward. We're going to take a group photo. And then when y'all are done, if you could just stand right in front of the board. Thank you. You're welcome. Get them to, and then to hold the certificate. Okay, students, if y'all could come over here in front with, mixed in with the board, like in front together. Yep. Come on, yep. And other groups, this is how we're going to do it next. And parents, don't be afraid to come forward and take a photo if you want to. This is for y'all too. Oh no! Okay, let's go. One more round of applause. Okay, now it's time to congratulate Hubbard and Three Lakes Middle School's combined non-varsity orchestra. So come on down if you're with those two groups. Yep. Closer to the middle. Okay, everybody smile. Okay, let's give him one more round of applause. And I think we have a mascot in the house for this one. Come on down, Moore Middle School Varsity Orchestra. Come on, Moore students, don't be shy. Come on up. I don't know if you can see. I think so. Okay, y'all come back, scoot in front of the board.
Okay, y'all ready? Get in, get in, get in. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. All right.
Let's give them another round of applause. Up next, we have the Tyler High School Treble Choir. Come on down. Y'all scoot in. We gotta, y'all keep trying to go that way. This way. Come this way. Y'all gotta keep going, like in front of them. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Wait, can you just go closer? A little closer. There we go. Okay, thank you. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Thank you.
Let's give them another round of applause. And rounding out our student recognitions for this evening, the Tyler Legacy High School Varsity Orchestra. It's your turn to shine. Come on down. And then y'all come right back in the middle. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, let's give them another round of applause. We would like to now recognize our elementary district teacher of the month, Maria Riggs from Austin Elementary School, and here are a few comments from her principal. Ms. Riggs will complete 30 years with Tyler ISD at the end of the 2025-2026 school year, all years at Austin Elementary. She earned TIA exemplary designation for the first year we began the program in 2020 and was the first teacher to earn a designation at Austin Elementary. She's always smiling, ready for work, awesome and kind. She is a very hard worker and always gives her all for her students and teachers. So let's give a round of applause to our secondary district teacher of the month. Congratulations. Our secondary district teacher of the month is Tia Johnson from Caldwell Arts Academy, and here are a few comments about her. Ms. Johnson is a phenomenal reading teacher and is a relentless advocate for students and their success. She is the first to step up whenever a need arises, whether she's helping with Rotary Club activities, UIL competitions, or learning and performing a hip-hop routine at our dance showcase. Wow, that's impressive. Okay, and she does it without being asked and without hesitation. Her commitment to our students' success is currently on full display as she planned a campus-wide Star Pep Rally with fun games and a local DJ to help turn a stressful time into a joyous celebration. In addition to being extremely helpful around campus, her ability to connect with students is undeniable. Her classroom is a place where students truly want to be. Congratulations. Okay, one more round of applause. And that concludes our recognitions for this evening.
Well, Aaron's not here. It's usually his job. I've checked that off my list a long time ago.
But we didn't talk about it. Yeah. You want some? You guys down there. Cody and Lasay, y'all good? Y'all good? You good? You want some or you good? Okay. Why not?
Hey, Yvonne.
Yvonne, somebody.
That's Miss Asanasi.
Get some families.
That's Miss Asanasi. That's Miss Asanasi. The computer teacher that. Yeah. Okay, as they're heading out the door. Now is a time in the agenda where we have public participation. The board wishes to hear your thoughts and concerns. As per board policies, all speakers must have submitted a speaker participation form at least 10 minutes prior to the meeting. As registered speakers, we can listen, but as board members, we can't make any comments or say anything, so don't think we're being up here stoic. That's just part of the rules. We have Kiara Smothers, am I saying that correctly? Come on down, Kiara. Is it on?
Hello, yes.
You good.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Kiara Smothers. I am the mother of a 7th grade student at Bolter Middle School, and I serve as the PTA president and have been on board for the PTA for the past 2 years. I also have served in education for 16 years from early childhood to high school, and currently am employed with a virtual school as a success coach. And I also owned the first Black-owned yoga business here in East Texas called Trap Yoga and Wellness as a trauma-informed mobile yoga instructor with an emphasis in mental health. On April 8th of 2026, an advised calendar was sent to all Bolter Middle School parents with students in 6th and 7th grade, including incoming 5th grade students, to start on July 27th, 2026, which is 2 weeks and 2 days before the approved calendar start date for August 12th, 2026 at Bolter Middle School. March 19th is when I received the email in regards to the ACE model and the plans and how it is supposed to be implemented on the campus. With parents at Bolter Middle School, of course, it's multiple dynamics in that space there, especially since I've been on board for 2 years now. As I say, I've met plenty of the parents, plenty of the students, and I've learned different angles of, unfortunately, how it can be ineffective to these families. So here are the concerns that I do foresee. One of the things that have not been mentioned is transportation. Starting July 27th, I have not received any emails that say anything in regard to transportation for the parents or the students. If there's bus transportation, of course, parents will like to know. If the parents are asked to bring the students to school, parents definitely would like to know. Also, in regards of those additional days, the TEA website actually does mention that those days are optional, not mandatory. So in regard to the email, of course, it does say that all Bolton Middle School students are to report back on July 27th, when the conditions may arise where some students are already on vacation. So just thought I would make that known to you. Bolton Middle School siblings that attend summer school care or possibly not attend summer school care can be affected by this. In regards of, there are families that unfortunately have students that need to be at home with their siblings, and those timeframes could not have them home with them. The timeframe of students being dropped off at school for after-school activities that are not in connection to Tyler ISD, limited time to complete homework, limited time to connect with parents, more anxiety, stress, and potential depression, less time to decompress, limited time for campus staff members to also decompress. Bus drivers making multiple stops, one from Tyler High to Bolter. I'm just curious if they're going to be sitting for an hour or if there's something else different changing there. The need for Saturday school, I feel as though that may not be necessary, but of course, that's not always my jurisdiction on that. I do feel as though these plans may not actually work unless if biweekly or weekly things are met, such as mental health is welcome onto this campus, along with social emotional learning, mental health awareness, meditation for these students, some type of way to bring connection to them so they are able to learn, and also increase in parent involvement. I will say that is very much needed. Whether I am the only parent who speaks for most of the vulnerable campus or not, I do feel as though these students deserve to be seen, noticed, and unfortunately, the one vocabulary word I've heard is punished. They do not want to feel punished. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so very much. Okay. Oh, continuous improvement student outcomes. Next is now curriculum update.
Again, as part of the board monitoring calendar, Dr. Bobby Markle, Chief Innovation Officer, is going to give you a little bit of a preview of some enhancements that we're providing curriculum-wise. Dr. Markle?
All right. Thank you.
Bless you.
Bless you. Thank you, President Atkins, School Board, and Dr. Crawford for giving me a chance again to come up here and update you on some curriculum, really updating you on an approach for a version of one of our new instructional methodologies as it relates to what we've talked about in the past, which is Evergreen Systems of Excellence. So thinking about next year, some campuses that are up for consideration to look at both a full ESE model, but as well as an aligned model. You can see the campuses located there. These campuses have been strategically targeted, mainly because when we reviewed the systems coming out of places like Houston and Shreveport and some other areas, we noticed that at-bats were going to be important. And so when we think about students who have some of the greatest needs academically, we want to provide them an instructional model where we can really increase what, again, I'm going to show you is going to be in the Evergreen Systems of Excellence, is a focus on having students do as much at-bats towards mastery than we've ever partaked before. And so in the curriculum, we did receive the documents. This board did approve a contract with Houston Independent School District to look at their NES curriculum. And so the C&I department, as well as school leadership and others throughout the district, bilingual department and such, have already been privy to some of these documents. It is a tight knit right now because we are going through them. You're talking about a year's worth of curriculum documents to just preview and things. But to give you a quick rundown on that, The model exists in three parts. You're going to have your first direct teaching, which is the gradual release model in education terms, but for your terms, it would be called the I do, so that's what the teacher is doing. The we do, what are we going to do together? And then what are you going to do? And so right now, you'll see the I do portion where it explicitly tells you what the learning objective is, that's what LO stands for, and then also what is the goal of the lesson, and that is going to be the demonstration of learning. So what is my expectation of you as a student? Some things to consider that are unique is the learning objective is focused on one standard, not multiple standards, in order to make sure we know that by the end of this lesson, that student has mastered that learning objective. You can see the follow-up slides. These are actually interactive slides, so the teacher can pull down the dots, can move them over, so there is a lot of strong pedagogical practice around manipulatives and materials such as that embedded into the slide deck for the students. And then, of course, eventually they will do the we do, where they are going to work out problems. They might show it on a whiteboard. They might do something with their partner, which is called think, pair, share. But they are going to work together in this space, which in the first 45 minutes of the lesson. Then they're going to be tested on that demonstration of learning, and this is going to happen daily. So another unique feature to this methodology is that we're not going to wait till a few weeks into the unit. We're going to see daily, have you mastered what we have taught immediately? And I'm going to get to why, but that is used to be called exit tickets. We have all kinds of names for formative assessment, but the real focus is that it is in time, real feedback for both the student and the teacher to give us what we're going to do next. Now, what is that next? It's going to be a differentiated approach. In other words, that's a huge word for what does the student need. And so they may stay in the classroom with the content teacher to get review material over that learning objective. They may be asked to go to a different area called the team center, in which they might get accelerated instruction. So if you think about a meets and master student, somebody that's their STAR score, they may need a little bit deeper knowledge of what's being taught on that learning objective. And so that curriculum will be provided to a teacher and or a learning coach to help facilitate that. Or let's just say their mastery level is really, really high on the demonstration of learning, then they're going to go to an enriched area of the team center where they might do more of what we would typically call a GT focus activity. So it is truly differentiated every single day. This is happening every day in both reading and in math. And then how do we quality control that? Well, we have to do spot checks. So another component of this model is that daily you're going to have instructional experts coming in and looking at these criteria that are in front of you to make sure that we're on pace. Are we stamping the objective? Are we engaging students? And so you can see these criteria are real time. That is the data that we've been talking a little bit about that you will get frequent updates on. And it is either you're doing it, you're kind of doing it, or you're not doing it. It's not on a huge rating scale, because what we're interested in is teacher behaviors. Can we improve teacher behaviors by giving them immediate feedback on this form to ensure that we don't keep making the same mistakes over and over? My biggest example I use is, are we on pace? You have 45 minutes because 45 minutes is important. And so if we're supposed to be on slide deck 10 and you're only on 2, you are doing too much talking. We've got to keep moving because we've got to get to the learning objectives so that we can get to the differentiated instruction. So that's just a quick example of what we have in hand with us. And again, thank you to our C&I department and other people across this district and starting to get that process going on reviewing it. And so I will take questions.
Any questions, comments? Y'all? No, nobody?
Really?
I like the differentiation aspect and the immediate feedback. I think that's important, and our students need that. And I like the idea of one TEK at a time instead of 5 TEKs, and we get no response from any other TEKs, so I like that aspect. When they go out, will they know where to go? Is it a designated place? And will the same people go out at the same time all the time, or will it differentiate depending on the subject?
It would differentiate it depending on the subject, and it is a prescribed, structured place, so they will know where to go. There's no moving all the way across the building. It's going to be an immediate vicinity. Specifically, at an example might be like at Bolter, where there's 3 stories. Let's say 8th grade is on the top story, then they would stay in that space, because it's all about timing. We don't have a lot of time to waste.
Anybody else comment or question? No?
I appreciate the work that y'all put into the program and getting it developed. I'm looking forward to the engagement of the parents. I'm looking forward to that, to see the feedback. And hopefully they'll buy into the program. I think it's going to be an excellent program. I think it will make a difference. I think there will be a transitional period. Okay.
Okay. Next is now is over. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're now to business, legal, finance, consent agenda, and we're going to pull D. Anything else needs to be pulled? No? Can I get a motion on A, B, C, E?
I move we approve A, B, C, E.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Let's pull D, gifts and donations.
Yes, ma'am. Always an impressive portion of the school board meeting is the great work that is being done through philanthropic efforts here in Tyler. One of those is our own Tyler ISD Foundation, I think celebrating 35 years. When that guy, Jack Davidson, was the superintendent here, they started it in 1991, I believe, but they've done an incredible job for us. They actually had a pretty competitive grant process this year. Obviously, you had the grants for great ideas, but then they also had a Spark Tank grant competition, pun intended, Shark Tank, to where they actually presented to our to a committee. What does Spark actually stand for, Ms. Hines? Of all people in here, you would know, but you don't.
Since you asked.
I know. Y'all get it. Shark Tank, the show with Mark Cuban and others that are on it. $25,824 that'll be going back into our classrooms for our students and our teachers as well, for some innovative activities that your normal budget just does not provide for. So thanks a lot to the Tyler ISD Foundation for that. I tried to drag it out as long as I could. Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Can I get a motion?
Madam President, I move that we accept the gift and donations from the Tyler ISD Foundation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Curriculum instruction consent agenda. Anybody want to pull anything from A through K? No? Could I get a motion?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Superintendent staff report.
Yes, ma'am. Quarterly financial executive summary. Ms. Russell, do you have anything you'd like to update the board on in regard to that?
We're halfway through the fiscal year, and we're sitting right where we need to be.
Okay, halfway through the fiscal year, and it's April.
Oh, sorry. This is as of halfway, February 28th.
Okay,
Sorry.
there you
That's
go.
what this is halfway through.
Okay,
Yes.
there you go.
Any comments, questions? No? Okay. I'm impressed. Discussion of the board continuing education report.
Yeah, I love reporting this for y'all on page 50 because of all the requirements that you have to have whenever you actually sit on the school board. Each year, the board's last regular meeting, we're supposed to present this per statute on page 50 and 51. And if you look on page 51, look at all the exceeds expectations and the very end of the hours that y'all actually acquired this year. Congratulations for y'all exceeding expectations on it. There's no, we've had years where we had developing or did not meet expectations, but not in a long time. So exceeds expectations here. Proud of you guys and thank y'all for your service.
Yes, we thank you for the extra achievers.
That is.
Like a whole bunch.
a lot.
Okay, before, I need to add to the agenda, item 16 for future business. Ms. Harrison?
For purposes of clarification, I would like to revisit agenda items 8B1 and 8B2 so that there is no confusion or uncertainty. It is my motion that the Chapter 21 probationary employment contracts of Monique Hawkins and Jared Thomas be terminated in the best interest of the district, and that the required notices be sent in compliance with Chapter 21, and that this, can't read that writing? The prior motion, supplant the prior motion and action of the board.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The new motion carries, okay?
Oh,
No.
yes. No.
That's it? Okay.
Future business, it's graduation time. So graduations, and then our regular board meeting will be May 18th, 2026. Can I get a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Meeting adjourned. Y'all have a great evening.